I was sitting on the couch when she came in through the door from the garage. Her gym bag was still hanging off her shoulder. I could tell right away by the look on her face that something was coming. She had that tight jaw, that stare that meant she was already worked up. "We need to talk," she said, dropping the bag near the door. I grabbed the remote and muted the television. "All right," I said. "Go ahead." She crossed her arms like she was bracing herself. "If you are going to keep acting jealous every time I leave the house, then maybe you should just walk away already." I did not answer. I just sat there and waited. "I mean it," she went on. "I am tired of being questioned all the time. Every time I try to go out with my friends, it turns into an interrogation. It is exhausting." "Okay," I said. She blinked, clearly thrown off. "Okay, that is it. That is all you have." "What do you want me to say?" I asked. She shifted her weight. "Maybe that you will work on your trust problems. Maybe that you understand I am allowed to have my own life." I leaned back against the couch. "Are you finished?" "No," she said. "Actually, Amanda and I are going to Las Vegas next weekend. It is a girls' trip." I nodded once. "Who else is going?" She sighed hard. "Here we go." "I am just asking," I said. "It is just us and a few people from the gym," she replied. "Which people?" I asked. She rolled her eyes. "This is exactly what I mean. You do not get to question me like this." "I am just curious who is going on this girls' trip," I said calmly. "Ryan and Tyler are meeting us out there," she said. "They are friends. That is all." I nodded slowly. "Two guys from your gym." "They are friends," she said again, louder this time. "We all work out together. It is normal." "I never said it was not," I replied. She threw her hands in the air. "Then what is the problem?" "There is no problem," I said. "Sounds like you already made up your mind." She stared at me like she was waiting for an argument. When I did not give her one, she tried another angle. "Maybe if you came to the gym with me sometimes, you would understand," she said. "They are good people. Ryan just got out of a rough breakup, and Tyler is helping him get back out there. We are just being supportive." "Supportive?" I repeated. "Yes," she said. "Adults can be friends. You know that." I picked the remote back up. "When do you leave?" "Friday morning. We get back Monday night." "All right." She waited, expecting more. When nothing came, she looked confused. "That is it?" she asked. "No fight." "You already said what you wanted," I replied. "You said if I cannot handle it, I should leave. You said you need your own life. So here we are." "I did not mean it like that," she said. "Enjoy your trip," I said, turning the television back on. She stood there another minute, clearly unsettled by how calm I was. Then she grabbed her gym bag and went upstairs. A few minutes later, I heard the shower turn on. I sat there staring at the television, not really watching anything. Years of marriage played through my head. Years of watching her drift away. The longer gym sessions. The new clothes. The phone that suddenly needed a password. The way she kept accusing me of being controlling, jealous, suffocating. The same routine every time. I picked up my phone and opened my messages. I sent a short text to Jake. "Need to borrow your truck this weekend. Are you free Saturday?" He replied almost immediately. "Yeah, brother. Everything okay?" "We will talk," I typed back. About an hour later, she came downstairs wearing a robe. Her hair was still damp. She acted like nothing had happened. "What do you want for dinner?" she asked. "Whatever you feel like," I said. She looked at me. "You are really not going to say anything else about Las Vegas?" I met her eyes. "What do you want me to say?" "I do not know," she said. "Something. Anything." "You told me to leave if I could not handle it," I said evenly. "I am handling it." She did not like that answer. I could see it on her face. But she had backed herself into a corner. "I am ordering pizza," she said at last. "Sounds fine," I replied. The rest of the week felt off. She kept bringing up the trip, almost like she wanted me to object. She talked about how excited Amanda was, how they booked a suite at the Cosmopolitan, how Ryan supposedly knew all the best clubs. I just nodded and listened. Thursday night, she was packing her suitcase. I stood in the doorway watching. "You are really okay with this?" she asked, holding up two dresses. "The black one," I said. She frowned. "That is not what I meant." "I know," I replied. "Then answer the question. Does it matter?" I asked. "You are going either way." She tossed both dresses into the suitcase. "You are acting strange." "How so?" I asked. "You are too calm," she said. "It is unsettling." I gave a small smile. "I thought you wanted me to stop being jealous." "I did," she said. "I do. It is just different." "Well," I said, "this is what you wanted." Friday morning came fast. She was up early checking her bag again and again. I made coffee while she double-checked her makeup. "Amanda picking you up?" I asked. "Yes," she said. "Her flight is earlier, so we are going together." "Makes sense," I said. She walked over slowly, like she was unsure. "You are really fine?" "I am fine," I said. She kissed my cheek. "I will call when we land." "Have fun," I replied. And just like that, she was gone. I heard the door close. I heard her car pull out of the driveway. I stood alone in the kitchen holding my coffee and looking around the house. Then I pulled out my phone and called Jake. "Yeah?" He answered. "She just left," I said. "You free tomorrow morning?" "I will be there at 8 o'clock," I said into the phone. "Bring boxes if you have them." There was a short pause on the other end. "So you are serious," Luke said. "Completely serious." "About time, brother. I will see you tomorrow." The line went dead. I took another sip of my coffee and looked around the house. It was quiet. Calm, even. No tension in the air for the first time in a long while. I had 72 hours. Time to take her advice. Saturday morning, right at 8 o'clock, Luke's truck rolled into the driveway. I was already outside waiting with the first load stacked near the garage. He stepped out, shook his head, and smiled. "Man, I have been waiting for this call for 2 years. Appreciate you showing up," I said. He grabbed a box from the truck bed. "Where do we begin?" "The bedroom," I told him. "Clothes first, then the personal stuff." We worked quietly for the first hour. Luke knew better than to ask questions. He just helped. Every shirt, every pair of pants, every pair of shoes I owned went into boxes or heavy bags. "You taking the television from the bedroom?" he asked, nodding toward it. "I bought it," I said. "So yes." "Good," he replied. By noon, most of my clothes and personal items were packed. I was in the garage sorting through tools when Luke came out. "You get everything from the office?" he asked. "Laptop, paperwork, external drives," I said. "All secured." He leaned against the doorway. "You tell your parents yet?" "I am calling my dad tonight," I said, taping another box shut. "They will ask what happened. I will tell them the truth." "And that is?" he asked. "She chose Las Vegas with 2 guys from her gym over our marriage," I said. "That is the whole story." Luke nodded. "She is going to lose her mind when she gets back." "That is kind of the point," I said. We loaded the first round into his truck. He took it to his place for storage. I would figure out something permanent later. For now, I just needed everything out of that house. "You want lunch?" he asked when we got back. "Yeah," I said. "Something quick." We hit a drive-thru, ate in the truck, then went right back to work. The afternoon was for everything else. My desk, some kitchen items I had paid for, tools, books, workout gear. "This is the most organized move I have ever seen," Luke said while loading the last box. "I had time to think," I replied. "How long you been planning this?" he asked. "Consciously, since Tuesday," I said. "Subconsciously, probably 6 months." "What finally pushed you?" he asked. "She told me to leave if I could not accept her behavior," I said. "So I decided to take her up on it." Luke let out a short laugh. "I respect that." By 6 o'clock in the evening, his truck was full again. We drove to his place and unloaded everything into his garage and spare room. Halfway through, his girlfriend, Sarah, stepped outside. "Do you need help?" she asked. "We are good," I said. "Thank you, though." She looked at Luke. He gave her a small nod. She understood. "If you need anything, just say so," she said. "Actually," I said, "do you still know that friend who works in family law?" "Brooke?" she asked. "Yes. She is solid." "Would you mind sending me her number?" I asked. "Give me 2 minutes," she said, heading back inside. My phone buzzed before we finished unloading the last box. "Brooke Sanders," the message read. "She usually does consultations on Tuesdays and Thursdays." Sarah called from the doorway. "Text her anyway. She might make an exception." "Thanks," I said. After that, I drove back to the house with Luke. It was getting dark. We walked through each room one last time. "You really leaving nothing behind?" he asked. "The wedding photos are in that drawer," I said, pointing. "She can keep those. Most of the furniture is hers. I only took what belonged to me." "What about the note?" he asked. I pulled out my phone and showed him the message I had typed. Just 1 sentence. "Perfect," he said. I printed it out and placed it on the kitchen table where she would see it right away. I weighed it down with her spare car keys. She had taken her older car to the airport and left the newer one at home. "You leaving her the car?" Luke asked. "It is in her name," I said. "I just make the payments." Not anymore, he said. Not anymore, I agreed. We did one final walkthrough. The house looked normal. Not trashed. Not dramatic. Just empty of me. She is going to think you disappeared, Luke said. For about 5 seconds. Then she will read the note, I replied. We locked up and left. I dropped my house key into the cup holder of his truck. I would not be needing it again. Back at Luke's place, we ordered Chinese food and sat out back. You can stay here as long as you need, he said. Sarah already cleared it. I appreciate it, I said. It will not be long. I will find a place this week. No rush, he said. Seriously. My phone had been silent all day. I picked it up and checked her social media. She had posted a picture from their hotel room. Her and Amanda, drinks in hand, smiling wide. The caption read, "What happens in Las Vegas?" Luke glanced over. You checking on her? No, I said. Just confirming my decision. Another post popped up from earlier. A group photo. Her, Amanda, Ryan, and Tyler, all dressed up and clearly getting ready to go out. I locked my phone and set it down. She has no idea what is coming, Luke said. She will, I replied. Sunday morning, I woke up on Luke's couch. I slept better that night than I had in months. No exaggeration. It was the first time my chest did not feel tight when I closed my eyes. Sunday morning, I sent a message to Brooke Sanders, the attorney Sarah had recommended. She replied within the hour. Available Tuesday at 2 in the afternoon. Bring any documentation related to assets and income. I spent most of Sunday organizing paperwork. Bank statements, pay stubs, account summaries, titles, receipts, anything I thought might matter. I also went through my phone and took screenshots of certain message threads, the ones where her tone had shifted over the past few months. Sharp, dismissive, aggressive. It was not about revenge. It was about protecting myself. Luke and Sarah gave me space all day. They did not hover. They did not ask questions. They just let me breathe. Around dinner time, Sarah knocked gently on the spare room door. Have you eaten today? She asked. Not really, I admitted. Come on, she said. I made pasta. We ate together, the three of us, sitting at the table like normal people having a normal night. The conversation stayed light. Nothing heavy. No analyzing. No lectures. It felt good, like air finally getting back into my lungs. You seem different already, Sarah said. How so? I asked. Lighter, she said. I feel lighter, I admitted. That is usually how you know you made the right decision, she said. My phone buzzed. A text from her. Landing in an hour. See you tonight. I did not reply. Luke noticed my expression. She still does not know. Not yet, I said. Not until she gets home. Oh man, he said. Part of me wishes I could see her face. Trust me, I said. Distance is better. After dinner, I helped clean up. Then I went back to the spare room and opened the dating application I had downloaded Thursday night. The one I had felt too guilty to use while I was still technically married. I was not married anymore in any way that mattered. I updated my profile. New photos. Honest description. Nothing flashy. I scrolled for a bit and sent a message to one woman who stood out. Her name was Cassidy. She looked real. Natural smile. No forced poses. She replied about 20 minutes later. We talked until midnight. No games. No pressure. Just conversation. At one point, she asked if I was coming out of something recent. I told her the truth. Technically still married, I typed. My wife is in Las Vegas with 2 guys from her gym. She comes home tomorrow to find out I took her advice and left. I figured that would be the end of it. Instead, she replied, good for you. That takes guts. Respecting yourself always does. We kept talking. Around 12:30, my phone started lighting up. Calls. Messages. All from her. Where are you? Why is all your stuff gone? This is not funny. Call me back right now. I put my phone on silent and kept talking to Cassidy. She asked what I was doing Tuesday night. Nothing, I said. She suggested coffee. I said yes. I turned my phone face down on the nightstand and went to sleep. Best sleep I had gotten in years. Monday morning, I woke up to 47 missed calls and 32 text messages. All from her. I scrolled through them while drinking coffee. The progression was interesting. Confusion first. Then anger. Then panic. Then anger again. Finally bargaining. Please let us talk. Do not do this to us. I know I messed up, but this is extreme. I deleted every message and called my dad. Hey son, he answered. What is going on? I wanted to tell you I moved out, I said. I left her. There was silence. Then he said, About time. That caught me off guard. You knew? I asked. Your mother and I both knew, he said. We were waiting for you to see it. Why did you not say something? I asked. Would you have listened 6 months ago? He replied. He had a point. Probably not, I said. You staying with Luke for now? He asked. Yes. Looking for a place this week. You need anything? You call, he said. Your mother is going to insist on feeding you. Prepare yourself. I smiled. Will do. And son, he added, I am proud of you. Walking away is not easy, but you did the right thing. After we hung up, I texted my boss and told him I needed a personal day. No problem, he replied. Everything okay? Will be, I typed back. I spent the morning looking at apartments online. Found a few solid one-bedroom places. Nothing fancy, just somewhere quiet. I scheduled viewings for Wednesday and Thursday. My phone kept ringing. I kept ignoring it. Around 11, she started calling from different numbers. Probably friends. I blocked those too. At noon, Luke came home from his morning shift. Man, he said, shaking his head. She showed up at my job. You were kidding, I said. Nope, he said. Asking if I knew where you were. Asking if you were okay. Asking if you were having some kind of breakdown. He laughed. I told her I had not seen you in weeks. She believed you? I asked. Not even a little, he said. But what can she do? My phone rang again. New number. I answered. Hello. Finally, a voice said. It was Amanda. What the hell is happening? She asked. Put her on, I said. There was shuffling, then her voice. Where are you? She demanded. That does not matter, I said. Yes, it does, she snapped. You vanished. Took everything. Left a note that says nothing. It says everything, I replied. That is not what I meant, and you know it, she said. Then you should have been clearer, I said. Can we please talk like adults? She asked. Adults do not spend weekends in Las Vegas with people they are clearly interested in while telling their spouse to leave if they have a problem with it, I said. Nothing happened in Las Vegas, she said quickly. I do not care either way, I replied. You really do not care anymore? She said. Not anymore, I replied. You drew a line. I respected it. This is done. You cannot just decide that, she snapped. Actually, I can, I said. And I already did. She went quiet for a moment. When she spoke again, her voice sounded smaller. So that is it. After all these years, you were just gone? After all these years where you slowly checked out, I said. I just made it official. Saved us both the time. I want to see you face to face, she said. That is not happening. You owe me a conversation. I do not owe you anything, I replied. But since you are calling from Amanda's phone, tell her thanks for being such a supportive friend. Real top-tier influence. Then I hung up. Luke was standing in the kitchen, arms crossed. She had her chances, he said. More than a few. She did, I agreed. She chose Las Vegas instead. My phone immediately started ringing again. I shut it off completely. You meeting the lawyer tomorrow? Luke asked. 2 in the afternoon, I said. You want company? No, I said. I can handle it. That afternoon, I went to the bank and redirected my paycheck to a new account. I removed my name from the joint account once her access was restored. Most of the money in there was hers anyway. She could have it. Then I stopped at the phone store, kept my phone, but changed my number and service. I gave the new number only to people who mattered. My parents. Luke. Sarah. Brooke, my attorney. By evening, I was completely unreachable to her. We grabbed dinner at a local place. Nothing special. Burgers and fries. Normal talk. They asked how I was holding up. Honestly, I said, better than I have felt in months. That is good, Sarah said. You deserve peace. Luke smirked. Cassidy still texting you? Maybe, I said. When is the coffee date? He asked. Tomorrow night, I said. After I meet with Brooke. Moving fast, he said. Not really, I replied. I am just not waiting around to see if my ex decides to stop playing games. On the drive back, Luke asked what I knew was coming. You think she is going to fight this? Probably, I said. But she does not have much to stand on. How so? The house was hers before we married. The cars are separate. Finances were mostly separate. I kept records of everything I bought. And if she pushes it, I have messages that show exactly how she treated me. So it could get messy, he said. Only if she makes it messy, I replied. Either way, I am done. Back at his place, I checked my old phone one last time before turning it off for good. 112 messages. 63 missed calls. The most recent message was from her mother. She is worried sick. Whatever happened, you two can work through it. Do not throw away your marriage over pride. I almost laughed. She had no idea what had really been happening. None of them did. They only saw what she wanted them to see. I powered the phone down and set it aside. Then I picked up my new phone and messaged Cassidy. Still on for tomorrow night? She replied right away. Looking forward to it. 7 works? Perfect, I wrote back. We talked for a bit. She told me about her day. I told her about mine. She asked if things were getting complicated. Probably, I said. But that is her problem now, not mine. Good mindset, she wrote. Life is too short for drama you did not create. Exactly. Tuesday morning, I woke up focused. Clear-headed. I had my meeting with Brooke at 2 in the afternoon and coffee with Cassidy at 7. Before that, I had apartment viewings. I called the first landlord at 9. Saw the place at 10. Small 1-bedroom. Decent area. Affordable. I told them I would think about it. The second place was at 11:30. Better location. A little more expensive. Came with parking. I put down a deposit on the spot. Move-in date was Friday. I texted Luke. Found a place. Moving out Friday if that works. Take your time, he replied. No rush. I appreciate it, I said, but I need my own space. At 2 o'clock, I met with Brooke. Her office was professional, but not flashy. I like that. She got straight to the point. Walk me through what happened, she said. So I did. The slow breakdown. The behavior. The trip. My decision to leave. No kids, she asked. No, I said. No joint property, she asked. House was hers before marriage. Cars separate. Finances mostly separate. This should be straightforward, she said. Washington is a no-fault state. We file for dissolution. She gets served. You negotiate or it goes to court. How long does it take? I asked. 90 days minimum by law, she said. Longer if she contests. What if she refuses to sign? Does not matter, Brooke said. You do not need her permission to divorce her. It just takes longer. She slid paperwork across the desk. Let us do it. We spent the next hour going through everything. Assets, debts, timeline. She said the petition would be ready by Friday. One more thing, she added. Change your beneficiaries. Insurance. Retirement. Anything with her name on it. Do it today. Good call, I said. I left her office feeling solid. Grounded. This was not me running away. This was me closing a chapter that had already ended. I grabbed an early dinner at a sandwich place, then headed to the coffee shop where I was meeting Cassidy. She was already sitting inside when I walked in. Looked even better in person than she did in her pictures. When she saw me, she smiled, relaxed and genuine. You made it, she said. Would not miss it, I replied. We ordered coffee and grabbed a small table by the window. Conversation came easy, like we had already known each other longer than we had. She told me she worked as a graphic designer and mostly worked from home. She had recently ended a 3-year relationship. What happened? I asked. He was not a bad guy, she said. Just not my guy? We wanted different things. I wanted progress. He wanted comfortable. She paused, then added. Eventually, I realized comfortable was just another word for stuck. I understand that, I said. She looked at me. What about you? What really happened with your marriage? I gave her the shortened version. Not rushed, just honest. She listened without interrupting once. When I finished, she shook her head slightly. And she really had no idea you were planning to leave? None, I said. Which kind of tells you how disconnected we were. That is fair, she said. We talked for nearly 2 hours. About work. About family. About what we wanted out of life. She was upfront about where she stood. I am single, she said. Focused on myself. Not rushing into anything serious. Then she smiled. But I am not against seeing where things go with someone who knows what they want. I appreciate honesty. Life is too short for games. I agree, I said. I played those games in my last relationship, she added. Never again. When we finally left the coffee shop, she walked me out to my truck. That was nice, she said. It really was, I replied. Want to do it again? Absolutely. She gave me her number. Her real one, not the app. Text me when you get home, so I know you made it safe, she said. Will do, I replied. I drove back to Luke's place with my phone buzzing the whole way. Not from my past. From Cassidy. She sent me a playlist she thought I would like. Different kind of buzzing. Better kind. When I pulled in, I texted her. Made it home. Thanks for tonight. Thank you, she replied. Sleep well. I walked inside, caught Luke's knowing look, and headed to the spare room. Before bed, I checked my email. Brooke had sent over the draft of the divorce petition. I read it carefully. Twice. Everything looked right. Looks good. File it, I replied. She responded almost immediately. Will do. She will be served by the end of the week. I set my phone down and stared at the ceiling. A few days earlier, I had been married and miserable. Now I was separated, had a new apartment lined up, a lawyer handling the divorce, and had just had the best first date I had experienced in years. Funny how fast life changes when you stop settling for less than you deserve. Thursday afternoon, my new phone rang. Unknown number. Hello. Please do not hang up. It was her. Someone had given her my new number. What do you want? I asked. I got served today, she said. Divorce papers. At work. In front of everyone. That is how it works, I said. You could have warned me. Like you warned me before Las Vegas. Silence. This is insane, she said. You cannot really want to divorce me over one trip. It was not about one trip, I said. It was everything before it. We can fix this. No, I replied. You would not even try before. I did. I made a mistake, she said. You made a choice, I said. There is a difference. You are seeing someone, are you not? Not your concern. I am still your wife on paper. And that will change in 90 days. She tried a new angle. What about the house? The bills? The house is yours, I said. Always was. You have a job. You will figure it out. I cannot afford the mortgage alone. Then sell it. Or get a roommate, I said. Maybe Ryan or Tyler need a place. You are being cruel. I am being honest, I said. There is a difference. My lawyer says I can fight this. Go ahead, I replied. It will cost you a lot of money and will not change the outcome. I could tell people things. Make you look bad. I have screenshots too, I said. And proof of where you were. If you want ugly, we can do ugly. But you will not like how it ends. When did you become this person? She asked. When I finally respected myself enough to leave someone who did not. I said. Then I hung up. A second later, my phone buzzed. Text from Cassidy. Still good for tomorrow night? Absolutely, I replied. My place. I make a solid pasta. Sounds perfect, she wrote. Friday, Luke helped me move into my new apartment. Small one-bedroom. Second floor. Nothing fancy, but it was mine. Sarah showed up with lunch and kitchen supplies. Every place needs good pans, she said. By 6 o'clock, I was unpacked, showered, and changed. Then I headed over to Cassidy's place. She opened the door wearing jeans and a sweater. Come in, she said. Hope you like Italian. Her apartment smelled like garlic and tomatoes. We talked while she cooked. How is the divorce situation? She asked. She got served yesterday, I said. Not thrilled. She thinks it is about her. No, I said. I am doing this for me. You are just good timing. She smiled. Fair answer. Dinner was great. Afterward, we moved to the couch and talked for hours. Were you ever happy? She asked. In the beginning, I said. Then it turned into maintenance. Trying to keep her happy while ignoring that I was not. Why stay so long? I kept thinking it would get better, I said. Not a mistake. Just hopeful. We watched a movie. She leaned against me. It felt easy. Natural. When it ended, I checked the time. Almost midnight, I said. I should head out. You could stay, she said. The guest room is open. I smiled. I appreciate that. I just want to do this right. I appreciate that, I said, but I am trying to do this right. She smiled at me. Calm. Confident. I am a grown woman who knows what she wants. And right now, I want you to stay. So I stayed. Saturday morning, we sat on her balcony drinking coffee. The city was quiet. No pressure. No tension. Where do we go from here? She asked. I like you, I said. A lot. But I am still in the middle of ending a marriage. Then we do not rush, she said. We go as fast or as slow as makes sense. Around noon, I got an email from Brooke, my attorney. She is contesting, it read, claiming financial hardship. We need to meet Monday. She is fighting it. Cassidy asked when she saw my face. She can try, I said. It will not change the outcome. Everything was kept separate. Sunday night, I had dinner with my parents. My brother did not sugarcoat anything. She went to Las Vegas with guys from the gym, he said. Told you to leave if you had a problem. You left. Good. After dinner, my dad pulled me aside. You will be fine, he said. You kept finances separate. You documented everything. You did this the right way. Thanks, Dad, I said. I am proud of you, he replied. Back at my apartment that night, my phone buzzed. A message from her. We need to talk. I blocked the number and went to sleep. Monday afternoon, I met Brooke at her office. Papers were spread across her desk. Her attorney is asking for spousal support, she said. Half your retirement. And she wants you covering the mortgage for 6 months. That tracks, I said. Brooke slid my documentation forward. Screenshots. Messages where she told me to leave. Proof of separate finances. Evidence of the Las Vegas trip. They are already reconsidering, Brooke said. So she has no case. Exactly, she replied. Give it a week. Thursday afternoon, Brooke called. They dropped the contest, she said. She is signing. Just like that? Her attorney advised her she would lose and spend a lot of money doing it. She listened. When is it final? 90 days from filing, Brooke said. You are almost there. I texted Cassidy. It is over. She signed. Proud of you, she replied. Dinner tonight. Absolutely. 3 months later, the divorce was final. I got the confirmation by email. Read it twice. Then deleted it. Cassidy and I were officially together. No rush. No pressure. Just choosing each other. One Saturday, we were at a park having a picnic. I looked up and saw my ex across the field with Amanda. She looked tired. Worn down. Cassidy noticed my stare. That her? Yeah, I said. You want to leave? No, I replied. She does not get to control my space anymore. My ex saw me and started walking toward us. She made it halfway across the grass before I shook my head. She stopped, turned around, walked away. Cassidy squeezed my hand. Handled well. Had practice, I said. A few weeks later, I ran into her at a gas station. She froze when she saw me. I nodded once and kept walking. Can we talk? She called out. I turned back. About what? I just wanted to say I am sorry. For everything. Okay, I said. I heard you. That is it, she asked. That is it, I said. Does not change anything, but I heard you. Are you happy? She asked. Yes, I said. With her. And with myself. She is just a bonus. I miss you, she said. You miss the version of me who accepted being second, I said. That guy does not exist anymore. I did love you, she said. Maybe, I replied. But not enough to respect me. That was the part that mattered. I got into my truck and drove away. That was the last time we ever spoke. 6 months later, Cassidy and I moved in together. 2-bedroom place. Decent yard. We made it ours. One evening, we were cooking dinner. Music playing. She was chopping vegetables while I handled the grill outside. You ever think about her? She asked. Not really, I said. Sometimes I remember the lessons. Not the person. What lessons? That I am worth more than being someone's backup plan, I said. That love without respect is just manipulation with better marketing. She smiled. Good lessons. The ones that matter usually hurt first, I said. We ate dinner outside. Talked about work. Weekend plans. Nothing dramatic. Just life. And that was the point. I had spent years living in chaos and calling it passion. Turns out peace was better. My phone buzzed. A text from Luke. Barbecue at our place Saturday. You two coming? Would not miss it. I typed back. Cassidy leaned into me. This is nice. Yeah, I said. It really is. No revenge. No big showdown. Just a man who finally chose himself and built something better. Sometimes that is the whole story. And it is enough.